Graphite felt stuff nasty. Maybe I should be wearing a mask, I don't know. But I got the first hopper full. I use this Awaken Flow Boost, and then I'm just using the graphite pelt on the other hopper. I'll set it up on the Climate Field View app and kind of track it throughout the year. See if we have any yield advantage with this other, the Awaken product. Hey, if there's yield advantage at all, might be worth using more in the future. Just got filled up with seed. Now we're pumping in some fertilizer. Got 2 tanks on the wings of the planter, and then the big tank in the center. The center one holds 500 gallons, and the wing tanks hold like 2 1/4. I don't usually fill them all the way up. Just, it's kind of a lot of weight, and I mean, that would be 150 acres, so I can stop every so often, fill up with fertilizer. It kind of gives me an excuse to stop and look the planter over. Otherwise, you know, we're not having really any issues you can see, and you don't really have to stop. Sometimes you tend not to, you just keep going. So when I put 2 boxes of seed in, I can usually, well, not usually, that goes over about 208 acres, I think, depending on population, but it's right in there. We haul the fertilizer and seed around with this rolling tank and pickup, and then that box tender and a pickup. You always have lots of help around, so not an issue. We don't have a big setup on a semi-trailer or anything. It's got the nice closing wheels system, Delta Force here on the planter, good down pressure system. That's probably the nicest thing about this planter. Automatically adjusts. It only uses the down pressure required. I mean, you still have to kind of set it a certain set point, but it automatically adjusts. It's really nice. And looks like we're about got the roller tank empty. And we're gonna be pretty full of fertilizer. I guess I could probably put some more in the wing tanks, but I'm not gonna. How much you got left?
Just started the swirl.
Just started the swirl. Oh shoot. We're gonna shut her down quick. I usually run around and try to manage the tank, opening of the valves, depending on where I want it, that tank or that tank. It seems how we are filming right now, I'm not doing that.
Where's my cat?
It's over here on the trailer. Come on, Mac, what are you doing? Line it up. Easier said than done sometimes. Used to have 3-inch hose on this roller, and boy, that thing was heavy. But yeah, I'll have enough seed for a couple hundred acres. Planting season in Michigan is in full swing this week. I am hoping to wrap up the corn side of planting tomorrow afternoon, if I have any luck at all. And I know we still have a few beans to plant yet. I kind of estimated this would take about 8 days to plant the crop of corn. I'm in this 200-acre field right now. Just kind of getting going on it. We filled up with seed, fertilizer. Should be all set for several hours. It'll end up being a late night tonight, which is fine with me. Kind of like working at night. Well, kind of like I was telling you before, just having auto steer and being able to pay attention to the planter a little more. I caught it just after it happened. I only went another 30-40 feet and realized lost one of my gauge wheels. So this happens to me once or twice a year. There's kind of like a little snap ring that sits in this groove, and I got that washer still. Snap ring comes off somehow. I don't really know why. But it's happened enough over the years where I carry extra snap rings and washers with me in the cab or in my toolbox. That way I don't have to call for parts. Now I can't carry everything with me, so I do have to call for parts occasionally, but I try to keep all the commons with me. Save some time. So I guess I'll get to work putting this back on. Well, went right back on pretty easy. Brought my sockets and the crescent wrench because I thought maybe I'd have to adjust it, but guess it doesn't really need the adjustment. Just need to be put back on. This field here was worked in the fall with our high-speed disc, and then this spring we worked it with our soil finisher, and that's probably my favorite combination for planting corn. I don't mind planting behind the high-speed disc, but I think I prefer the finisher overall. I've done some corn on corn acres this spring, which means it was corn last year. And then I'm planting corn on it this year. That's all done with the high-speed disc. We usually make a pass in the fall, and then a pass in the spring. And actually earlier today I did a no-till field, which is our only no-till field. Just something we do just kind of for the fun of it, really. Just see if we can learn anything in the process, I guess. But the majority of the acres is rotated between corn and soybeans. And we do have some wheat, but not a lot. Just 300, maybe 400 acres. We have 400 acres this year. So just a few different practices we do with the crop rotations and the different tillage we run. Still do some chisel plowing in the fall, but not much anymore, really. I've really tried to cut that out as much as I can. There's a place for all kinds of tillage, in my opinion. It's just whatever you prefer, whatever you feel like your ground needs. I got to plant around this water hole. This is a good water hole. Let's go all the way around it. sometimes when you're planting corn, you know, and you got to dodge or you got obstacles to go around, sometimes you also have to use your imagination and think about, all right, what makes sense for time efficiency, not only for now, but what's going to be efficient for harvest. We don't do our own spraying, but what makes it efficient for the sprayer? So you're always trying to plan ahead, try to do a nice job, be efficient for the, like I said, not only for this pass, but the passes throughout the season that follow. You got a plug tile, got to get it fixed. I know my dad's working on the process involved to get it fixed. I know he met with the drain commissioner a few weeks back, so I hope by the time winter comes, after we get the fall work done, then maybe we'll have it fixed and I don't have to plant around it anymore. As big as a bowl as it is, it drains. I mean, it always used to drain. In fact, last fall we were so dry, I did the tillage here and I went right through it. But lately, I mean, most years out of the last 3 or 4, it's held water. So it needs to be fixed. You gotta get it fixed. Dad, if you watch, you gotta get it fixed.